That PlayStation gamer thinks DRM for PlayStation 5 is good. Let's hear it.
This is that PlayStation Gamer. Today we're talking about this PlayStation DRM that some people got very upset about. Other people were kind of saying, let's wait and see what the actual, tests show. And yeah, I was one of those people that was kind of like sitting there, kind of like, let's wait for more information to come out about this, because the way some people were talking about it, I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people who tries to jump the gun when it comes to shit like this, because I know situations can be much more complicated than people think they are, and
For video games? I mean, it just shows that you own nothing. It means like every 30 days you gotta synchronize your games, your digital games, onto the internet, which you already paid for, which it should be automatically. Most people is going to forget, and then they have to do it.
we find out basically here's how the DRM breaks down. So basically, what's been happening is there has been jailbroken PlayStation 4s out there. I think there might be some 5s out there, where basically they've been getting like what they call activation keys. Basically, the way to put it is when you buy a game digitally on the PlayStation Network, you get this key that will allow you to play the game at basically a point. The thing is though, what these jailbroken PlayStations would do is they would take the key, and since they never actually downloaded the game, because technically through Sony's return policy, basically the rule has been always that the second you download that game, you're no longer eligible for a refund, because the key's gone, right? The key, you use your activation key, the key's gone, that kind of deal. Well, now what we saw, how it's been explained as, the people who've been taking the keys and not downloading the games have been getting refunds, and Sony has kind of caught wind of what's going on. So what Sony has done is now that you basically have to have your console check in every so often online to be able to keep your playing those freshly bought.
Sony could have done it a different way to play the games. Why? Bro, this is just pointless.
Games, and this was for mostly games that you just now recently buy. But this key would basically disappear almost as soon as you press download and you start the game up. And a lot of people out there were like, this is scary, because this is Sony taking your rights away. I personally, and call it like, call whatever you want. You could call me a corporate slave, you could call me a pony, whatever. I think this is actually smart. Now listen, I understand this is a rare circumstance that people are even doing this, but here's the thing, man. I understand corporations. I understand that if they're losing money in any capacity, they want to find a way to fill that gap. They want to find a way to either fill that gap or
Greed, but they want to control. And you own nothing. All digital games is just licensed to play games, but still, that's not a good way to handle it. They could have handled it a whole different situation than do the DRM register it up every 30 days for PlayStation. That sucks.
plug that fucking hole completely. And it makes sense. And I know some people out there are upset because like the way this all was tested, by the way, it was so fucking weird. Like you basically had to take a battery out that would take, be like the internal clock of the PlayStation, and you would have to do all this, stuff to not connect to online, so that you wouldn't be able to play the game to begin with. And it was like, first off, listen, man, I know this is gonna make me sound like a petty ass bitch here, but I'm just gonna ask this: who the fuck buys a modern fucking gaming console and does not have the internet? Okay, like.
Some people don't even have internet, don't even buy new consoles. They play the retro games. Or sometimes if their internet goes out in if you live in the United States, some countryside, they don't even come in to fix your internet for like a month or maybe 2-3 weeks. So that sucks, because then they can't play their games if it's on synced online.
It's the year 2026. Are we still pretending Jimbo from fucking up in the fucking redneck fucking sticks of fucking somewhere in the middle of fucking Canada is buying these fucking consoles. Jim Joe don't care about the damn PlayStation 5s. Jim Joe is fucking sitting there fucking shooting mooses and freaking.
I'm done. He's wrong in this situation about the DRM. Yeah, it sucks. I don't agree with that. Sony could have. I'm not hating on Sony because I like Sony back in the past. I do play PS5 once in a great while at a friend's house, but still, there's a better way. And a better way to purchase. I mean, buy your digital games and do it a different way than doing it every 30 days. Because some people just kind of forget and say, "What is wrong with my system?" Was it, something like that. Anyways, you guys have a good day. Like, subscribe, and write a comment if you guys want. You guys have a good day. Bye.